This is so cool. With me now is Joe Keith. He is a production assistant here at WHHI-TV. You've been working with us 9 months or so?
Yeah,
8 or 9 months. Well, welcome. This is kind of fun having you on this side of the camera.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk a little bit about your background, but then some other projects you're interested in. So tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Beaufort.
Right.
You know, lived in Beaufort my whole life.
Right.
Graduated from USCB in this past spring.
Right.
And this was one of the first jobs I got here. And this summer is when I quit working with my dad.
Right.
And just got into video work, photography.
So your family has like this huge tradition in Beaufort of being in the plumbing business, and you work for your dad in the summers while you're in school and all that. So you kind of took that leap and broke away from the family. Was that hard?
Yeah, it was really hard. You know, all of my his brother, all of his cousins that are guys, all of my cousins that are guys on that side of the family.
Are all in the business.
Yeah, they're all in the business, and it's a good business to be in.
Right.
Especially right now with people aren't going into trades, especially my age.
Yeah.
So I would probably be making a lot more money if I stayed in it, but it's not what I wanted to do.
It's not your heart, and at the end of the day, you want to do what you have a passion for, and you have a passion, Joe. We've talked many times here on Monday mornings during the Beaufort News and Talk of the Town about your passion for photography. In particular, even though you're editing videography here at the station, you also do a lot of actually photography, and you like to work landscapes mostly, or talk about that.
Yeah, so right now my main project that I'm working on is a Beaufort County series. So I've lived here my whole life, and I haven't just lived here, I've gone out and explored and tried to find new places like the whole time I've lived here. Right. So not very many people have 21 years experience in Beaufort County. And, you know, I grew up in Beaufort.
Right.
All of my friends during high school lived in Bluffton, so I know Bluffton really well.
Right.
And now I've been working on Hilton Head for the past year, so I know Hilton Head.
Yeah.
I know it all right, so I just want to photograph the important landmarks of Beaufort County.
The important landmarks, and there's one in particular that we were just talking about. It's about the bridges, and you want to get inside the last bridge in Beaufort to take a photograph. So give me the background on that.
I'll give the background. So in Beaufort County, there were 3 swing bridges. One of them went to Hilton Head.
Right.
One went out to Harbor Island, and then there's the Richard V. Woods Memorial Bridge in downtown Beaufort, which is probably Beaufort's most noticeable landmark, I'd say.
Yes.
So I was, you know, I've been trying to photograph all these landmarks in Beaufort, and I've been looking into the history. I found the Coastal Discovery Museum. They made a photography history book of Hilton Head. So I was looking through that this past weekend, and I found a photograph from the control room of the old swing bridge on Hilton Head.
Okay.
Which, that's been replaced now. The one going to Harbor Island was just replaced last year. So there's only one of the 3 swing bridges left. And I'm like, we need a picture of the inside control room of the bridge before it gets replaced.
Are you sure there's no picture anywhere? You haven't,
I
all your research?
I haven't looked, but I haven't seen anything.
Right.
So
it's
gonna happen, and I want to be the guy that takes the picture, because I've always wanted to go up there. As long as I can remember, I've wanted to go up in that control room.
So where is it? Is it at the beginning of the bridge? Because
you said in the middle. The part that swivels,
okay.
It's above the road. It's right above the road.
Oh wow. Okay. So okay. Let's say you get in, you take that. So what's after that? What's next?
That picture, I don't know if I'd necessarily put in my series, but I want that to be a picture that Beaufort has when that bridge does get replaced. So I'd just like to see my name credited next to that picture,
and so we're gonna
be a part of the story of those bridges.
Very good. We'll talk to the mayor. You know,
yeah.
Stephen Money's a good friend of ours. So, but Joe, it's been great talking with you. You know, you had a dream to move into photography, and your passion was right there. And then also you have marathon. Yeah. On the 19th, you set a goal, you ran the marathon, and that's really what you do.
That is.
You live by your dreams and your passion.
I try to.
Thank you for everything you do here at WHHI-TV. Joe Keith, who is our production assistant. Good job.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on the Beaufort News. We want to thank all of our guests. We want to thank Jessa Jeremiah. She's our general manager, our production assistant behind the scenes, Joseph Keith, and you for watching. And actually, this is our last edition of the Beaufort News. Next week, we begin a new era. We'll start the WHHI Daily News, so join us next week. Thank you, everyone, for watching.